community that we're standing here today together with. So, I want you to reflect on the years past, reflect on being with each other, being a portal for mysticism, for magic, for all the wonderful things in the world that you hope to achieve. And we're going to push that forward as we march with every step of this Dyke March. Yes? So we're blessing every step of this Dyke March. Every step that we take will be forward into a future that we can all be proud of and appreciate even more. So I would like to get us find the words.
Can I tell you about the attacks on ice last week? Do you want to
seal this blessing with the original lesbian fire chant that was shared on Instagram today. So repeat after me. The fire will not consume us. We take it and make it our own. One more time. The fire will not consume us.
I'm collaborating with the organization.
We take it and make it our own. Take this blessing with you forward and burn a brighter future for all of us. Thank you, lesbians. Thank you, Dykes. Have a wonderful Pride.
Last week, ICE had 3 killings against orphans.
Thank you, Sister Indy. All right. So,
Texas.
like I said, you're going to see today some protests. We're going to voice our anger. We're going to voice all of our emotions. We're going to voice our anger, but we're also going to show our joy, because there is no queer liberation without queer joy. And there is also no queer liberation without queer art. And with that, I would like to bring up to the stage Cherry May.
We believe that going on strike is very important. Not just one workplace, but we need to see a working class.
A beautiful drag queen in our local community. She's going to do a very fun number for us.
Rapid response networks. So door knocking is very important, so the communities can have a understanding when ICE is in their neighborhood. I think there's some things that we do. We have a meeting coming up on Tuesday. If you're interested in those kind of ideas about how we can get organized.
All right, give it up for Cherry May. You can follow them on Instagram, TikTok, and check out their YouTube channel. It's at Cherry May Drag. That is Cherry M-A-E Drag for makeup and drag content on YouTube. All right, give it up to them for them one more time. Okay, up next we have Erin from the Black and Beyond Binary Collective.
Hello, everybody. Are my dykes in the house today? Where my gays at? Are we in the house today? That's right. So yes, I am Aaron Waters. I am a program director at Black and Beyond the Binary Collective. If you have not heard about us, our mission is to uplift the healing and safety of Black, brown, indigenous queers, primarily Black queers, and centering our work outward from there. So if you have a few bucks, by all means, please send them our way. So now that that's out of the way, my ED is happy now. So something I want to just talk a little bit about today is how thankful I am for this community. Because this community does not stop talking about missing and murdered indigenous women. This community does not stop talking about the labor stolen from Black women. This community remembers things like the Expo Center was a holding space for Japanese people before sending them to an internment camp in Idaho. So these things remain important to our community. So it's not like with the lesbian community, I'm like, no notes, but maybe less notes. So I just want to be real thankful for the folks who come out today. Elders, I'm so sorry we're having to do this again. Young people, I am so sorry we're having to do this again. But when we think about how our rights are structured and how they function, if one jackass and his committee of flying monkeys is enough to tear apart our rights, how strong were they to begin with? Right? How strong were they to begin with? And if we don't think about how much work we still have to do in order to find mindsets and spaces we haven't created as a community yet, how many of y'all talk about what field you work in when you talk to other people? Who are you tied to? Who is in control of you? How many of us are afraid of losing healthcare, are afraid of losing community, family, but because of the choices that we make? And yet folks are still here, still making these choices every single day. and I'm super thankful for that. So please round up for yourselves. Go ahead, go ahead. So something I'm gonna talk about real quick. I'm sorry, liberals in the crowd, you're gonna get upset. Please stop arguing with leftists about voting. Stop it. It's not productive. Now that isn't to say that voting is something that is unnecessary. If you've heard the term perfunctory before, great. If you haven't, it means something you do because you, whether you do it or not, it just has to happen. It's perfunctory. And so I personally vote to keep liberals from ignoring me when I start having conversations about how to build bridges. Like, I love y'all who do the policy work, but I don't want to dismiss that because I've stood shoulder to shoulder with people in this crowd doing policy work, things that make this a unique place in the entire fucking world, where we have a little bit of safety and we have a little bit of power to push back when things get even worse for us in different places. So I want to say thank you again to this community. I want to say thank you for having the open arms necessary for the other parts of our community that are being displaced here, because our arms have to be open real wide right now. We have a lot of people who are terrified, and they told us the coup would be silent if they let it. Well, we don't let it, right? We don't let it. We have to find ways not to let it. And so something I do talk about is folks get confused when we talk about by any means necessary. A lot of people's minds jump in one direction or another and they get scared of that outcome. But in a polite ask for nuance, I want to bring up 2 points. First of all, let's stop thinking about whether or not indigenous people got any land back based on voting. How much have they actually gotten back in the system based on voting? Not at all. I mean, when we think about the disability community and folks living with disabilities, we might think that we might want to change society in a particular way. When I say baby steps stress me out. But I don't know how to make insulin in my kitchen. So that means there's a lot of folks who I have to continue to think about some of our So when you think about the next steps of your day, your life, your month, your quarter, your year, however you describe it, think about what you do in addition to what you're doing now. If you just vote, that's cool, but you need to do something more than that. I have more faith in a random human named Squirrel who seems to be able to make an unlimited amount of Gatorade and pocket temperature vegan burritos show up at the protest. Like 100%. Because what's being asked for otherwise when we just vote is trickle-down freedom. We don't believe in trickle-down economics, but we believe in trickle-down freedom, and I want to ask us why. Why do we think it's going to work this time? And if you look at your marginalized communities and the ways that they have been decimated, they are still thriving to this day. There is knowledge that is not lost. It just needs to be asked for politely, approached respectfully, and then engaged with authentically. And that's what the community is doing.
We have a big plan. They make buckets or something. And then
So instead of thinking about a Russian Olympics, because I know that can be hard, think about where you sit in your actual position, your positionality, where you are sitting, and where you have power and where you don't. And for the love of all that is, spread your power a little bit. Have faith in yourselves. We choose to live every day out, open, and some of us don't, but we're still there. And if we're still there, that means that we are still trying, and hope deserves to be alive, and there's a future that includes us more than surviving but thriving. There's a future that is actually holding us in from the beginning, and will keep us there forever. So thank you so much, y'all.
Thank you, Aaron. Everybody give it up for Aaron one more time. Speaking truth to power. All right. Oh, forgot my notes. All right, up next we have Lil. Lil is an organizer of the Socialist Alternative. They are here tabling as well, so please visit them over at that table and see what they've got going on. Also, we have flags, we have take a sign, make a sign. We also have lots of snacks and water and fans and cooling towels, so please visit our booth and help yourself to everything.
What was your name, by the way?
Will?
Simon. Simon. Yeah. Like, you ever read Lord of the Flies?
What's up, everybody? Hello, Dyke skulls and queers! Yes. What a good looking crowd.
I don't want you filming people because people really don't want to be filmed at these events. It doesn't matter. Politeness would be not to film people without their consent, whether they're in a public place or not.
What do we do?
It doesn't matter. The way the film is, everything is used on the internet, there are people that don't want their picture
When
taken.
immigrants are under attack, what do
So
we do?
just think about that.
I've been filmed a lot too.
My name is Lil.
I don't care. That's not the point.
Respectful, my friend.
You're not. You're filming people without consent.
Socialist organization. And we're all here to rally today for strong queer solidarity.
Consent is
To galvanize
right,
us and unite
because
us against the ruling class.
you're not paying
When I
attention
wrote
to the
this,
core
I was going to
principle
focus on
that you
queer
should ask
struggle
people if they
and
want to
especially
be on
the
your
horrific
film.
attacks on trans people.
Right,
But
so
just
don't
this
film
week,
them then.
ICE once again has
Then
murdered
don't
3
film them.
more people
I've
in
seen other
cold
people
blood.
do
Then
And
don't
not
film
a
them.
single ICE agent
Why are
has
you
been
picking
jailed
on
for the
me when
murders
you
of
Because I don't want you
Minneapolis.
filming
There
people.
have been 11 killings at the hands of ICE, not to mention the estimated 52 people have died in ICE custody since 2025. Simultaneously, attacks on trans rights are reaching new horrifying levels. In Texas, Republicans are introducing the nation's first detransition clinic. What do you all think about that? Yeah, it's disgusting. The right is using immigrants and trans people as scapegoats for the crises of the capitalist system to divide the working class. They have no solutions for inflation, the housing crisis, or criminally unaffordable health care. We have more in common with each other than we ever will with billionaires, or at this point, trillionaires. We would be remiss to forget that the Democrats don't care about us either. In the face of these attacks on queer and immigrant lives, Democrats do nothing but twiddle their thumbs and offer milquetoast solutions like ICE wear masks or body cams. We've seen firsthand that will not stop them from killing people. None of the ICE agents who killed Lorenzo Salgado Rujo or Johann Sebastian Guerrero were wearing body cameras. We can't just reform ICE or have ICE under control of the Democrats. We need to abolish ICE. And we need to use that money for free universal health care, especially including gender-affirming care and reproductive care, and also fund our dying public education system. But those are exactly the policies that Democrats won't fight for because it goes against their corporate donors. Gender marginalized people are being policed to new extremes, and our access to life-saving health care is being strategically taken away from us. We need a new party independent of Democrats to fight for trans people, to fight for immigrants, and all working class people. Are you ready to chant again? Okay. When I say abortion pills and HRT, you say fully legal, fully free. Abortion pills and HRT! Fully legal, fully free! Abortion pills and HRT! Fully legal, fully free! Good job. Alright. Historically, we know as queer people that the only path to liberation is through mass struggle, and that needs to be united working class struggle against capitalism in the fight for socialism. No one is free until we're all free. We're seeing a very familiar pattern. When we get organized and strike back, they try to scare us and repress us. 16 anti-ICE protesters in Texas are being sentenced to upwards of 70 years for providing material support to terrorists, i.e. distributing zines. What the heck? The right is scared because the working class is getting organized. They aren't doing it because they're strong. It's because they're scared of how strong we are. In Minneapolis, we saw the first general strike in 80 years on January 23rd, which pushed ICE out of Minneapolis. Hundreds of thousands utilized the most powerful tool we have as working people, withholding our labor by striking back. We're not going to hide. We're not going back into the closet. And we need universal health care, gender-affirming care, and safe abortion access. We need a working class party, not beholden to the will of billionaires. We need a socialist system where billionaires don't even exist anymore. And where we're finally free without constant oppression. Socialist Alternative will be holding a public meeting at Workers' Tap on Tuesday, July 21st at 6:30 p.m. to discuss how we can organize in our communities against ICE and the ruling class. So if you want to get more involved with revolutionary socialist politics, please come and talk to us over there, or come talk to me. All right, one more time. When I say immigrant rights, Dyke rights, you say one struggle, one fight. Immigrant rights, Dyke rights. One struggle, one fight. Immigrant rights, Dyke rights. One struggle, one fight. Immigrant rights, trans rights. One struggle, one fight. Great job, everybody. Thank you, Lil. Everyone give it up for Lil and Socialist Alternative. All right, this next performer puts the L in glam. Born and raised in Portland, she's here to show us drag is for dykes. It's Venereal Denise.
body still remembers the first time I heard the word Dyke. The four-letter word spit across me from the playground, and it hit me right in the face. I asked my mom what it meant, and she told me it was a bad word and to ignore them. At 10 years old, all I could think was, oh fuck, a bad word that describes me. My stepfather was a police officer and a domestic abuser. I didn't always feel safe at home, and at school I was relentlessly bullied. My reprieve was reading, skateboarding, art. These all gave me somewhere to go where nowhere else felt safe around me. As a teenager, I found other ways to escape. I started abusing drugs and alcohol, and would remain in active addiction for nearly 20 years. I'll be 3 years sober in August. Yeah. So at 18, I moved out. I worked in strip clubs and worked at bars while I was going to community college. Later on, I worked at Parks and Recreation, and then I became an early childhood educator. I worked constantly. Coffee, cigarettes, cocaine, and booze were how I controlled when I slept and when I was awake. I was resourceful at self-medication, sometimes too resourceful. I was a passionate educator, and I was also an alcoholic. Those things don't cancel each other out. For most of my adult life, I was chronically uninsured. I made too much money to qualify for state health care and not enough to afford insurance, while employers kept me short of full-time hours providing benefits. So in 2021, after quitting a job, I finally qualified for OHP. That same year, I was 30, and I saw someone on TikTok explaining how to perform a self-breast exam. I had never done one. So I did, and I fell in love. Planned Parenthood referred me to a mammogram at Providence. When I told them, when I had called, the receptionist at Providence couldn't find my referral. She asked if I was sure I needed one at all, because I was so young. I put off the appointment for almost 4 months. When I finally went in, one mammogram became another, and finally a doctor sat me down and said, "You're very young, but you have breast cancer." I had 4 tumors, 3 in my breast and 1 in my lymph node. The largest was the one I had found myself. After diagnosis, I went looking for stories from other queer and trans cancer survivors, and I found almost nothing. I learned more about the disparities LGBTQ people face across cancer risk, screening, treatment, and survivorship. I became curious. These disparities don't exist in a vacuum. They are symptoms of systematic violence against our community. I kept thinking, if our community is experiencing these disparities, where is our support? Where is our stories? So like many gay people before me, I did the only thing I could think of. I started making a zine. I made self-portraits and wrote about my cancer and my rapidly changing body and my gender. And through art, I made myself visible. And by the time I finished active treatment in 2023, I knew that wasn't enough. I didn't want the next queer trans person diagnosed with cancer to go looking for someone like themselves and completely find an empty space. So alongside my co-founders, Allison Self and Jules Rose, we created Cancer Queers. Since 2023, Cancer Queers has grown from an idea born out of isolation into a community of people reaching across the United States and Canada. We provide virtual support meetings for people affected by cancer. We give public health and inclusivity presentations to hospitals and health departments across the country. And now we're building Cancer Queer Support Program. Our goal is to provide one-on-one peer support to help people navigate appointments and advocate for themselves within the medical system and help with basic tasks that can become overwhelming during cancer treatment. Because sometimes support means having someone who understands what you're going through. Sometimes it means having someone beside you at an appointment, and sometimes it means helping with the dishes when you're too exhausted to stand. Cancer Queers exists because I went looking for a community and I didn't find one. So we built one, and we have a long road ahead of us and bigger dreams for where this can go, but
Up next, we have Brian Kimball, Trans Media Relations Specialist and Organizer with groups including Sunrise PDX, PFLAG, Point of Pride, PCUN, and the Confederated Tribes of Warren Springs.
Thank you all. So my name is Byron Kimball, as Francine mentioned, and I'm an organizer with Sunrise PDX, where we organize for climate justice and against fascism. And I am also a gay man. I am also a trans man. And the reason I am here today is because generations of queer people before me, gay men, lesbians, dykes, bisexuals, trans people, asexuals, and queers of all stripes paved a path forward. They created a world where I could get the very healthcare that saved my life. A world where I could openly share my truth. Where I and all of us here found and made community. And we created lives full of meaning, dreams, and love. But I am speaking to you in a time where the gains that we as queer and trans people have spent decades fighting for are under attack. Where this administration has used every means necessary to erase our existence, to deny our health care, and rigidly institute a false gender binary. To declare us terrorists simply for existing. Emboldening states to pass laws banning our health care, banning books, banning children from playing on teams with their friends, and from even the dignity of existing in public. And though we here in Oregon may be shielded from much of the worst, what we cannot afford this moment is to get complacent. To assume that just by being in a blue state that we are protected. To assume that somebody will come and protect us. To assume that voting is enough. To assume that the midterms will save us. To assume that an obituary will save us. But what we equally cannot afford to do is to panic. What we cannot afford to do is to treat the worst case scenarios as inevitable. Because that is what they are counting on. They are counting on our retreat. They are counting on us being too numb to fight back. They are counting on us giving up. But none of you here today look like people who will give up. And you know how I know this? I know you won't give up because you all are here today, standing side by side, arm in arm, taking to the streets and speaking out. You are here because of our queer ancestors. Because our queer ancestors dared to imagine that they could one day live in a world where they would be equal under the eyes of the law, regardless of their gender, regardless of who they loved, in a time where they could barely believe that it would be possible in 50, 100 years, or whether it would be possible at all. And yet, they dared to imagine that there was a chance, however slim, that that world would come. But they did more than imagine. They fought, they marched, they demanded a seat at the table, arm in arm, side by side. Just like all of you here today, they knew that there was power in community. And it was through harnessing that very power that we won many of the rights that we have today. But this is only the beginning of the great work that must be done to ensure that all of us, no matter who we love or how we are or who we know ourselves to be, have the same rights and dignities afforded to us all. For there is no queer justice if our trans siblings do not have health care. There is no queer justice if you can still be fired from being trans in half of this country. There is no justice if our trans sisters are still excluded by their sisters in queer spaces. There is no queer justice if none of us can afford to live. And there is no queer justice if our right to live is a parlor room debate. We will never have true equal justice if we do not stand together. If we do not acknowledge that now, in this moment, we are all we have. So miss me with that gay but not queer nonsense. Miss me with an LGBT without T. Miss me for all who would dare exclude our siblings for a shot at the picket fence and a shot at the boardroom. Because I will tell you this. They will come for you too. Because it is only in unity that we will survive this moment. And together, we will not just survive, we will thrive! And we will thrive when we live true to what it means to be queer. Being queer is not just an identity, because being queer is an intention. Being queer is an action. Being queer is a commitment to justice. To be queer is a promise to stand with your siblings and demand a world where it does not matter who you love, does not matter who you are, where your life is not defined by the words of the dead, but defined by the dignity that ought to be inherent to all of us. And it is by making this shared promise that we can build a world far greater than our ancestors could have ever imagined. A world where there is true justice for all people, whether you are trans, whether you are non-binary, whether you're a dyke, a gay man, bisexual, two-spirit, asexual, whether you are queer. Because that is how we live pride. We live, we fight, we stand arm in arm. We create a world where queer power is queer justice. Where those who follow can build an even greater future than what we can imagine today. Thank you.
Thank you, Byron. All right. I want to acknowledge a little bit of the history of the Dyke March and give a special shout out to an organization that have been longtime supporters and helpers with the Dyke March, and that is the Dykes on Bikes. Please give it up for them. They're a little too shy to take the mic themselves, but I just wanted to acknowledge the work they do for their community. It is the 50th anniversary of the founding of the Dykes on Bikes this year. So we have 50 years of the Dykes on Bikes protecting and serving our community. And speaking of the history of the Dyke March, I'd like to bring up now a very, very long time organizer of the Portland Dyke March. She ran this thing for over a decade, put so much love and work into our community, and we are so honored to have her come say hi. I give you Belinda Carroll. Hey everybody, how are we doing? Can we first give it up for our organizer? Many people to put this together do it for absolutely no acknowledgement whatsoever. So it's fantastic to see her do such a great job. She just organized the shit out of me. So I was like, yeah, well sometimes I didn't get around to doing the stuff I wanted to do. So because I take my nerds and stuff. I'm Tom Sire. I moved to Los Angeles a few years ago after I had the Portland Queer Comedy Festival. How many people have known me and remember me? 5 people, fantastic. How many ex-girlfriends
friends do I have here? No, that's not true at all. I was thinking, I was actually I used to one. I was thinking I was gone for too long because I was like, I don't see anybody I've dated here. And I grew up as a Dyke here. So my history is I actually came out in 1992. And speaking of, the Dykes on Bikes are turning 50 this year, and I'm 50 this year, so that was a little bit of universal synchronicity. I love this community. I grew up in Portland, and I came out. I actually went, and I was a very minor organizer, as like 16-year-old, at the very first Dyke March here in 1994. And my girlfriend and I came to the march, and we were all full of our dark Dyke power, and so we both wore mohawks, and then she wore a shirt that said I'm 6, and I wore a shirt that said I'm 9. My mother was thrilled. She was just so happy about it. And it ended up on the cover of the Oregon. That's a true thing. My mom was evangelical. She was like literally like, what is this? It was great. So that's what I'm saying to you today, is bring that kind of verve into the march and into your lives. Because when I came out in 1994, I literally kicked out and I lived on the street for 2 years. And I was very lucky to get off the street in that amount of time. And the reason was because my entire family was evangelical and they couldn't stand to be around someone that was openly gay. And then later with having trans partners, I experienced that same thing with my family. I'm like, are we just going to keep doing this over and over again? And so I had to really fight for myself and fight for my life. And so this happening now, I feel like is horrific and horrible and all of the things that, we have nightmares about. But at the same time, there's a new day tomorrow. And so I feel like everybody's seeing what's going on. I have some Republican family members who contacted me like, whoops, And so I think that we can get to a point where we can come into ourselves as a community and be way, way more aware of the things that we need to be conscious of. Because when I first did the Dyke March in 1994, one of my core memories of this was talking about, should we accept trans people into the Dyke March? That was like a huge fight back then. And I remember fighting for it, and all these older women were like, no, we're women, whatever. And I was like, we're fucking people, guys. Like, we're trying to say, like, accept us in, but you don't belong? Like, it doesn't jive with the whole thing we're doing, And so that's the thing. And so we've done this before, and if you can think of it as this, it's horrific and all the things. We've been through horrible things before as humanity. So think of it as a very, very deep consciousness raising. That now you can go forward with consciousness and go, I know that trans people need specific care. I know that they specifically need to be stood up for. I think that, disabled people, for example, need to be catered to, need to be helped. And so we're learning empathy, and it's a hard lesson to learn, but we're relearning empathy. And I know that's not a problem in Portland, but it is in Los Angeles. So that is all the things I've ever wanted to say to the Los Angeles queer community right there. Thank you for listening. No, and so I'm actually, really very, very thrilled to be here. I missed you guys. I've been here back in 4 years, and I am so hopeful just from being here because of the energy and the intelligence and the consciousness that everyone possesses, or that a lot of people possess in the community, and how much we're growing. So, by being here, work and dedication to the Dyke March. All right, I know we're all itching to march. We're getting close to time, but before we do, we got to bring the party back one more time. I give you Miss Cherry May.
so much. And again, follow them online. That's Cherry May, CherryMae. All right, Dykes, are we feeling ready to march? All right. So we do have sheets at the booth here that are chants for the march. We're going to give a couple of them a little bit of a test out real quick. But before we do that, let me hand this over to Belinda real quick.
Sorry, I forgot to do this before. Okay, so I am performing at Star Theater right down the street here at 9 p.m. It's a huge show. We've got music, drag, me, another comedian. Jeffrey J is a great trans comic who writes for Riverdale TV. Anywho, I decided to give away free tickets. So at the end of the march, come find me. I'm going to be giving away 20 pair of free tickets. So the first 20 people or that have a friend, come find me and I will give you free tickets. You just give me your name, it'll be at the door. Okay, thanks, bye.
Thank you, Belinda. Okay, we're going to do a couple of these calls and responses. So this one is Sister Indy started us off with this earlier, but I want to revisit it. This is an original 1992 Lesbian Avengers fire eating chant. And it's, when I say, the fire will not consume us, you say, we take it and make it our own. The fire will not consume us. The fire will not consume us. The fire will not consume us. All right. I started with the hardest one, and you guys did great. You did great. Could be a little louder. We can raise our voices a little louder. I'm not sure if I heard you in the back. All right, this is another historical chant that is rooted deep in the protest in our community. This one dates back to the AIDS crisis, and it goes, healthcare is right, healthcare is right. Healthcare is right, healthcare is right. All right, a little louder, could be louder. All right. When I say, hey ho, what do we like? You say, Portland is a town for dykes. Hey ho, what do you like? Portland is a town for dykes. Hey ho, what do you like? Portland is a town for dykes. Hey ho, what do you like? Portland is a town for dykes. All right, everybody, let's show this town what a dyke town this is. So, we are going to march down Davis. So, we have the accessibility vehicle ready. They are leading our march. So, if you have, it's about a half-mile journey to the end of the march. If you can't have mobility issues, you get that's too far for you to walk or stand, we have so much room. Feel free to jump on the accessibility vehicle. If you are on foot, please line up behind the accessibility vehicle. And, all right, let's go.
Not like anywhere else to go. I wasn't planning to go anywhere. So I could probably drive regular. Yep. And there's a bunch one too, but they didn't have them. I would have liked that. Well, they're right here.
Yeah, I know. They were.
Is our group bringing up the rear?
Right, they said on Davis. You call it in a run.
What are you saying to my stuff is One more block to Davis. Look for the U-Haul.
Black block.
like it. A second parade.
You hear that? The attack on one is an attack on all. That's collectivist thinking.
We will not be silent!
Free Palestine!
Sounds good. See you later.
See you later.
The sandals, they didn't survive. But they have survived just well enough to run across the fence. I think at this point we've reached the unofficial.
Is there a plan from here? There's an arrow. That's going from one way. Okay. I mean, as a group. You did so well. Thank you.
This is the point where it might start getting out of control. Okay, so the official march is over, but they're still marching. It's unclear to me where they're going. These got some people in black and pink block leading the march. It actually broke away from the march a little while ago. They're marching to ice. So there's a small group left marching. They're chanting, "Crime is a riot, let's get rowdy." Let me get this mask off. Yeah, they're chanting, "Crime is a riot, let's get rowdy." They might be marching all the way to ice. We'll see. But not on this stream because I'm going to end the stream. Thank you for watching. I'm going to take a quick break and get a water break.